I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Opie woke me up. You didn't.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, should I walk you through the timeline of events of what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, so it started with me working on 77V. All right, this is when I was saying that I was working on the bathing section.
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try to have like one whole page like really, really solid from
Uh-huh.
there. Because people have been asking about the naked women, and I had most of 77V already translated. So it was just that last paragraph that I really want to take a look at. So I was translating the first three lines. And then I kind of got the gist of it. And
On the bottom paragraph?
the bottom paragraph. Okay, are you looking at the image?
Yeah.
Okay, so I translated webbed foot. And I was like, this is so crazy. And earlier on in the lines, I had translated leprosy.
Okay.
I was like, okay, so this treatment of leprosy, skin stuff, this makes sense with everything else. It's fine. Like, I'm not really thinking about the leprosy. I'm thinking about the word for webbed foot or no, it was webbed paw. It means webbed foot and paw. So, like, webbed paw. And I was like, it's right there. It's pictured with the woman. I was like, this is such a strange, perfect find. So I was just focused on this one word, lapra.
Okay.
So I was just focused on the webbed foot, not really on the leprosy part.
Okay.
Then I was like, wait, what if this was a colony? Like a leprosy colony? Because they can't be around other people. It's very contagious.
Uh-huh.
And there was a part of what I was translating yesterday. Remember, I was saying how I was really sad
Yeah.
about 116R.
Uh-huh.
I felt like the sadness, softness, because the last word has an overlap with like a purblind with a blind little creature.
Hmm.
And I was like, what if this was someone with blind folks, like not like, but the sentence read like there's these like this isn't just a blind person, there's a whole world here, or something like that. Like not like it read like little creature per blind little creature for
Mhm.
the connotation, like just a wee small little purblind creature for this last word, which also has overlaps with oakum,
Mhm.
with straggling thing from the earth, eel, not eel, but hagfish, and oum, as in like the language and binding material, right? Like
Ah.
all of this was like kind of circulating, but there was a softness and a sadness to 116R that I was like, this is who is blessed.
Yeah.
And so I just went through the list of people that were blessed, and I found, are you ready?
Yeah.
Vincent Ferrer,
Vincent what?
Ferrer. And then it's not Martin, it's not Pope Martin, it's Martin of Aragon. Everything just collapsed. Wait, hold on. Wait. That was so. Wait. So first I looked up the colonies. First I looked up I looked up the colonies near the Mediterranean, and then I got spina longa, long neck, long spine, spina longa.
Whoa.
It's a leper colony, spina
That's
longa.
cool.
And Vincent Ferrer, his main language was Valencian. It was Catalan. Catalan. It's a form of Valencia language.
Uh-huh.
Or yeah, and then there's this thing called the compromise of the compromise of hold on. There was a treatise called the Compromise of. Let me just share my screen. Compromise of Casp, and it includes nine different regions, and that's one of the readings of the cartography map
Uh-huh.
is the Compromise of Casp. Did you think that I didn't really have it? I have every single answer every single answer got answered really quickly. Hold on, let me share my screen. Hold on. I feel like you're not as excited as I thought you'd be.
I am excited. I'm trying to read up everything as we go.
Okay. So this is literally every single Wikipedia that came up in order except Spinalonga is over here. Look, Spinalonga. Look at how it looks. It's the top right corner of the rosettes.
Okay.
It was under Venetian rule. It was a leper colony.
Yeah, Crete was part of Venice.
And Turkish had overlap. The Turkish people had overlap. That's why one of the theories is Turkish, because there's Turkish incorporated in this.
Uh-huh.
One of the reasons why they use the bottom, the kappa in Greek is because of this. I have a feeling. There's just everything. Just they have these fortifications, these blockhouses along the edge. Those are the houses.
Uh-huh.
Along the edge of the thing, of the rosette. Look at this. This is the island.
Pretty.
And then wait, get this. They constructed salt pans. Salt has come up so much. Salt. That's why I think that they're gonna get it on Voynich Uniform, because someone said something about AI being a pinch of salt. And I describe it as the AI being the antithetical to the Voynich manuscript. All right, so they were considered dead. They were that's why there's the death. Wait, look. The death connotations for the goat. You know, there's death connotations for my translation of the goat, and also around those circles, there's connotations of death. Death comes up and like crossing over to the other side. The reason there's a reference to India is because historically in Europe, they knew that there was that the same sort of devastation had happened in India. They knew this because this happened. This happened previously in India.
Okay.
And listen. Leprosy continued going. It continued going for Scandinavia, but not the rest of Europe. Later on into the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, it continued in Scandinavia because they didn't have the Mediterranean plants. They were exchanging between Ireland and the Mediterranean plants. That's why there's still Mediterranean plants in Ireland to this day. They were those were for healing, and they couldn't reach Scandinavia. So in one of my translations, they said we're gonna help the women in the north, we're gonna help the women in the north. I think they're talking about they were trying to bring cures as far north as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't make it to Scandinavia as much because of the weather. You can't host Mediterranean plants in Scandinavia. So this guy is just like so incredible. So I looked up who was blessed, right? I looked up this whole list. Look at this amazing website.
That's useful.
Look at how few people I clicked on.
Yeah.
I clicked on 2 people, 3 people. I click on here and look, the patron of plumbing. The patron of fisheries, the patron of fish, the what do you call it? The merchants and the fishers, they still pray to him to this day. They still pray to him.
He died in 1419?
Yeah, so we're earlier. So, or someone
Okay.
copied his work, or there's some connection here.
Yeah, or just somebody else that was on the
And then
island.
in order at the age of 18, philosophy and theology, he could speak in tongues. He was known to have traveled all over the place. Italy, Ireland, Scotland. He's everywhere.
Wow.
He converted. They estimate that he converted 30,000 Jewish people to the Catholic faith.
That makes sense.
That's why he was in Aachen. That's why Aachen is mentioned, dude. That's why Aachen is mentioned. He would be traveling. What is happening? What is happening?
His feast day is April. Papa Luna. I like that name.
Argon, and that's mentioned. I think that might be Aachen. Be what's written as Aachen is actually Argon, because also Martin. Martin is Martin of Argon. Look at the date. It's Martin of Argon. This is who's being referenced, not Pope V. And there's just so much to write about that I have look at my post. Look at my post. I'm just like, I don't know if I should post it or not. Wait, you're not excited. Now I feel sad.
No, I am excited. I just want to look at everything. I'm looking at all of them.
I don't know how he's connected. I don't know if he wrote it. There is no handwriting. There's no handwriting, even though he spoke in tongues, even though he was like a polyglot.
There's handwriting for Martin of Aragon.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, on the Wikipedia.
Oh no, I have to close my text messages. I have to edit that out. Oh my god, I didn't know. Oh no, it's the part.
What?
It's not goat's blood. It's not goat's blood. Well, it is goat's blood, but it's pox leper, which is the kiss of death leper. It literally translates exactly to the kiss of death leper.
That makes sense.
Wait, what is the kiss of? I have to link that. 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 Oh my god. They're gonna find out. They're gonna find out. We're gonna beat them.
Or definitely not.
Really?
That you don't.
I think
it.
Sophie knows.
Sophie doesn't know.
I think he does.
He doesn't.
There's a connection to China. There's a connection to China.
And I'm sure he hasn't made it.
These people are smart. They're gonna find it. They have all these freaking resources.
They've had all these resources this whole time.
The Kiss of Death Mafia. Medieval. Oh no, it's Kiss of, what is it? Not Kiss of Death. Kiss of Peace. Kiss of Peace. It's just so sad. It's just so sad. That's why I was like crying yesterday. I was like, this is so much sadder than I thought it was gonna be. And it also just reminds me of like how people would you basically use leper colonies to to be forgiven by the church, or not by the church, but to be like forgiven in their minds. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just like these colonies were like dehumanized to such an extreme degree, and like it sounds like this was like a proactive approach. It was not like I'm going to go to this leper colony to like seek some sort of like penance for my sins. It was like, let's establish plumbing and water filtration and plants that can cure or at least relieve pain. Because this disease is like, it doesn't go away. They literally saw it as like your death sentence.
Yeah, I mean, leprosy was basically a plague for a long time.
They would have like living funerals.
I
And
did a
so
project on the Leper King when I was in high school, and it made
really,
me I cried presenting.
it's so sad.
It's a
I
really
was
sad. It
crying
was a really
yesterday
good
so
king.
much because I felt like this like I felt like this like connection and this sadness. Like the way that I was reading 116R was like speaking to people thinking that they're just blind creatures. You know what I mean? It was like, no, like these are human beings and need dignity and all of this. And I just like that's the sense that I got from 116R and 116B.
Oh, this is sad.
I know. That's why I was like, I don't want to tell you. Like
No, it's not like a disappointing thing to know. I'm reading an article from a doctor. I didn't know that it's still so bad through India and Thailand. How are we still having people with leprosy? Ugh. In extreme cases in northern India, leprosy is still equated with an untouchable status that often persists long after individuals with leprosy have been cured of the disease, creating lifelong prospects of divorce, eviction, loss of employment, and ostracism from family and social networks. That's so sad.
I know.
Interesting to note, people with disfiguring leprosy earn more money begging than they would if they were a daily wage earner, and thus in poor developing nations such as India,
These
many don't
words,
seek treatment and use it to earn a living.
these words like have come up in my translation, like beggar. The word for look at this. So this is the translation for the last paragraph. Act of repeating rough encounter, bare one's teeth, draw near, touch to have to deal with or have to do with. Clothing given to servants, which is livery. Livery was referenced. Clothing given to servants. Party, gang, herbage, leprosy, weakness, fork, inlet, creek, seizure, fit, loose snare, loose loop, noose, snare, harm, damage, loss, distress. It's most likely the second one here. Um, eliminating journey, expedition, travel, preceding attempt, paw, flipper, web. And it might just be this section talking about it, but I think it's throughout because I get similar words come up in different contexts.
Have you looked at the pictures of people's hands that look like paws?
I know it looks like this.
It's really sad.
The amount of swelling is like a lot, and that's what they always describe as like inflammation, like a reddening. What I was thinking was like ridden, which is small reed rigging, is actually in a lot of context in this is reddening, like reddening of the
Ah,
skin. So it it hers allow all that, and then the alm symbol is used, except it's just the letter A. but it's written just like it is in Lindenfort. Remember when we were looking at the different Lindenform, the House of Lindenform?
Yeah.
It's written just like the A's that are found in the in that manuscript, and it's the A is the symbol for Aelm, which is a symbol for healing, plus weak, powerless, dress clothes, unseemly, shelter, prop, post, pillar, junction, union, connotation, green. The connotation green here. It's also just like a full overlap too. Possible reference to cancer or wart, glow, heat, decomposing, decaying, it's, her, hers, how all that from fairy dwelling, strife, smelt. I don't know if smelling is this is they were dealing with like the smells of skin decaying, under knot, under lump, under tube, with small reed, lyre bird. Reddening, under ring bracelet. Oh, and then under ring bracelet. Look at this. This is a ring bracelet. Under ring bracelet. And then look at how cool her arm is drawn. Sorry, this is a side note, but it looks like it's her arm is moving.
In motion, yeah.
But it's described as a bracelet. Oh, under ring, under bracelet, under blood, along with R is loop, noose, snare, harm, damage, loss, distress, 2, water, small reed, rigging, reddening, shell of a mollusk. And that looks like a mollusk, doesn't it?
I guess.
I mean, it looks like the ridges.
Not really brushed up on my mollusk knowledge.
I don't know if I'm spelling that right. Homespun cloth, wavelet. We see wavelet, this wavelet.
Mm-hmm.
Wavelet, active drizzling, breach, vomit. Breach is like the word for like water, like, or like it's like there's overlap between breach and vomit. It's like when water, something's overflowing or bursting out. Under ring bracelet again, under blood, under along with, R is sheet. Lay foundation of sustain, fill, horse cry, withered stump. This might be like a stump, I don't know. Plopping sound, click, jingle, giving thanks to God. This might have to do with the bell.
Mm-hmm.
Giving thanks to God, weak young creature with venom, sting, eagerness.
That's sad.
Possibly treating leprosy. I didn't think that deeply into it at first. I was super focused on the weirdness of webbed paw, and then this figured. That's when I realized that what if this is a colony? What if this guy started looking all the time about leprosy? And I landed on Spina longa.
Hold on, I'm gonna send you a link to an article. You might want to use a picture from this because it shows hands that look exactly like paws.
Are you sending it to me? Oh,
I messaged it in the call.
I'm sorry. Are you sad?
No.
Okay.
I mean, like, it's a very sad truth, but it doesn't like make me sad. It's now I want to learn about leprosy in Ireland. Of course the Vikings brought it.
But it's just, the timeline of events, it does seem like this was one of his many travels, like the route.
Yeah.
Also, he gives dates on when he was in Greece and when he was back in Spina Longa. He gives
Where
dates.
are they?
I'm pretty sure the kappa is used for a couple of different things, but I'm pretty sure it's also used for 20. And then it was next to what looked like October in Greek, in the bottom left-hand corner. But also, also, what else came up? What else came up with the bottom left-hand corner is the Athens area. That's like the Greek area. That's where you get like some of the Kappa coming up in the bottom left-hand corner of the rosettes.
Uh-huh.
Wait, I didn't click on the link you gave. Oh, you gave me a WebMD thing, right?
Uh, I, it's a Kevin MD.
Kevin.
Go that one.
No.
That looks exactly like Pause.
Oh,
And
I don't want to use this image.
he calls it a disease that turns hands into paws, feet into stumps, and eyes into darkness.
Oh my gosh. Wait, can you send me that quote though?
Yeah.
I just feel so bad because it's like, okay, this is also like I feel like there's this intent on making it known that I wonder if even he had illness as well. It's just like he wasn't scared of getting sick, I don't think. A lot
Maybe
of
he
people,
already had something. I
a lot
mean,
of
we're also in the peak of like Black Plague and syphilis too. The chance of him having something is pretty high.
Wait, can you tell me who wrote that?
Kevin.
Who's Kevin?
Um, I think his name is Glenn Mark Losack, MD.
These poor people were just like left to die there. They were just left. That's why like this is like the place to go like as like a kind of like a tourist spot for a lot of people, which is just so disrespectful. It was literally like a tourist spot, I think, for people that wanted to like repent.
That's so sad.
And this whoever the scribes were not all like that. They were very proactive.
Uh-huh.
They were very, very much like these are human beings that deserve dignity.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe they just like went to this they just like the people of this time like just like made these sick people just like outcasts of society.
We were really close because I was looking at another one of these islands in Venice.
I know.
That's
We were
crazy.
so close. And it explains the Dittany. The
Yeah,
Dittany! Oh my god. Every time I think I'm done with connections, it just like keeps on coming. Like all these like different things in the translation.
this is interesting. So the archaeology of leprosy in Ireland says that there were two main strains, one from Scandinavia and the other from the Middle East. So it's two different types of leprosy. Maybe they just couldn't figure out a way to cure the Scandinavian one.
Kevin. I was gonna put Kevin.
No, his name is Glenn, Glenn, Mark, and then Losack, Losack, MD. I'm sure he likes that at the end.
Is it like this? Losac?
Losac. Yeah. Oh, put a K at the end.
Oh.
I forgot. Oh, this study revealed that Ireland wasn't isolated from the rest of the world during medieval times. You idiot. I hate the way that history just says that Ireland was isolated. Hopefully stimulate blah blah blah. Oh, this is sad. Patients were legally required to avoid. Oh my God. I wouldn't touch him with a 40-foot pole comes from this.
Imagine how scary that would be.
That is so sad. Ireland had 50 to 54 leper houses. Maybe this, like, he dictated and someone Irish was writing it down so that
That's
they
what I. That's literally look what I wrote. Hold on a minute. That's we're on the same exact page. But I have other questions. Where did it go? Oh yeah, this is what I wrote. Copying the remedies from an Irish healer? Question mark.
or he's giving the information to somebody Irish and
Right.
they're using it for their own people or like their
Right.
own leper house. Because if he was just going around trying to give these cures to people, this is probably an Irish copy to stay in Ireland. I wonder how it ended up back in
The
Italy.
reason why there's just so much in terms of the trees and the Irish knowledge that it seems like he's auditorily taking this. He might even be bringing it back to Italy or
Actually,
to Spinalonga. The Irish knowledge is like super in depth. It would make sense for collapsing.
leper hospital was a monastery for sufferers of leprosy. Some considered that suffering from leprosy was the equivalent of going through purgatory on earth. Lepers were seen as being between life and death, the half dead.
That's what the goat says. It's on
One
the other side. On the other side, it's like the passageway to death.
one man tolling a bell and another carrying a 40-foot white pole to keep everyone at a safe distance.
Did you know what I read that was so sad? They would have to ring a bell from behind.
Mm-hmm.
They would have to ring a bell
And carry the pole.
and carry the pole.
Mm.
Wait, can you send me the link? Actually, wait, let me give the link.
To this?
Excuse me. What am I? I'm just so sleep deprived right now.
The moat on the south side of Trim Castle was filled by a river called the Leper Stream. So one of these hospitals, they named the stream after the lepers. That's so. Mm. Hmm. I wonder how big it got in Western Ireland. All of these hospitals are in County Meath.
In Munster, Ireland, to the west. To the west is. Well, remember when the plant that I translated that's like smiling to the west is good.
Uh-huh.
The west may have been cured of it.
Maybe.
Not cured, but I mean the burn is where all the magical plants are.
Mm-hmm.
The various plants included in one visual. The various visuals included in one plant to encompass varieties across the. What do you think? Should I hit go on this?
You can. I mean, it's pretty definitive.
Do you feel like it's definitive? Am I crazy? I'm not crazy, right?
Definitely not crazy, no. What does that mean?
We were so close. No wonder I felt sick.
Yeah.
It was like, I wonder if they had any connection. I mean, like, Fair was connected with people. He knew so many languages. He might have even known the people that we were looking into. Like, they might have been buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Could you think about that? Like all of these connections that could have possibly been happening, but there was no documentation of it.
Yeah.
It makes me mad. I want more documentation.
Oh my
No
God.
data centers, though. No data centers.
I hate that Ireland history is always just like leprosy was common in Dublin. I'm not asking about Dublin. I'm asking about Ireland.
I
I'm
know.
so sick of Dublin. It was moved out to the Dublin Mountains. The area became known as Leopardstown. Ugh. I would be depressed if I was a leper in the Middle Ages. Or would it be kind of nice?
Honestly, it sounded like there was a bunch of like fuck ass shit going on, like politically and so
Yeah.
society wise, that like being away from all of that would be good. But I just think of like the idea of like hagfish coming into this too.
I wonder if,
And salt, the
yeah,
salt pan.
hold on. The Lordship of Ireland existed for 364 years from 1177 to 1541. Inhabited mostly by the English of Ireland, its medical infrastructure resembled contemporary England rather than Gaelic Ireland. The medical marketplace comprised physicians, surgeons, barber surgeons, apothecaries, and midwives, some organized into societies and guilds. Monastic infirmaries and hospitals, including leper hospitals, provided institutional care. Medical practice was rooted in classical medicine, and the few Hiberno-English medical texts that survive attest to the use of bleeding, herbs, and charms as treatments. Among many
Charms.
ailments, uh-huh. Among many ailments, leprosy was common, but the arrival of the Black Death bubonic plague pandemic of 1348 decimated the population of the lordship and contributed to its eventual decline. Using historical, archaeological, and literary resources, this paper analyzes the experience of medicine, illness, and disease among the people of the Lordship of Ireland from the 12th to the 16th centuries. Okay. Give me stuff about the leper hospitals, please.
Is there any it's weird because I don't know if Jack is a part of this fully anymore.
It doesn't seem like it.
What about the tin mining, the acidic river?
Could it be?
Salt! In the top right corner, it would have been the salt pans, the acidic river. Oh my god. I feel so stupid.
1421. Who's Maurice?
That's the top right corner, right? The acidic river?
Yeah.
Yes, right. Caira. Cairo. Cairo.
Mm,
What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
It makes me sad because it's like, it's like, oh my gosh. Also, this book that I got. You read?
What is it?
It's the.
Oh.
I was looking for looking at like eel stuff. The old eels. It's funny they like leave so much out.
It's usually the way it goes.
But they were paying net with eels.
Mm.
Another word of caution is advisable at this point. Although the Black Death precipitated very rapid reallocation of fields and crops. Reallocation of fields and crops. This is around like the early 1300s.
What a scary time to be living.
I know. I feel like we're kind of in not the same, but like with all of the pandemics like piling up right now, I feel like we're headed towards a, a Middle Ages kind of era of our.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm so sleep deprived. I like stayed up until 4. I was like,
I was surprised you texted me. I thought
I
you would have been
know,
asleep because you were up so late.
I know. I have to sleep. Oh my gosh, I couldn't though. I was like, all these light bulbs are going off. I can't believe. I can't believe.
I don't care about disease among the lordship. I don't care about the lords.
I don't care. It's funny because I translated that song, that Lord I'm One, the 500 Miles song, and I didn't know O Tierna was the word for Oh Lord. But now in my mind, I'm like, also I've been like just practicing in my head.
Marketplace.
Practicing in my head speaking Irish more. My pronunciation though is like I don't know what to decide on. You kind of when you learn Irish, you have to decide on you have to decide on what which of the three dialects you want to pronounce things in, you know.
Yeah.
You can do a little bit of a mixed graphic practice is what my friend um who's an American speaking Irish.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to do like a grab bag. Wait, do you have an article about the acidic river?
I have all about tin mining, yeah.
Yeah, let me see here. I'm gonna link it. Unless
The out of date information.
I mean, it shows the process.
Yeah.
I did the same. I did the same thing with mine. I've linked two or three articles in here where I'm talking about things that are not applicable anymore.
Hold on, I'm
Is
reading
this the tin
about
mining one? Is this the tin mining?
it's my first one.
That was your first one, right? Maybe I'll just grab a link from there if you don't want me to link
I
it.
don't care if you do. I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna
gosh,
delete it.
the fortresses that made look like plummets too. There's so
That's
many
cool.
different overlaps.
Because it took up to 10 years of study in a
Wait,
university.
these are all kind of Capta La Hog still makes sense. That's probably where they were keeping lepers. Should I not link this? I mean, it's so similar too. I wonder if there's still overlap there. The crowns.
I don't know. Spina longa fits way better.
And it looks like a spine, like a cross section of a spine. And we were just talking about that on the call, dude. That's the other thing
Yeah.
that jumped into my head is remember when we were talking about spines, and I was like, it even looks like a spine.
Shut the fuck up. Colonies were routinely built just outside main city walls or along heavily traveled pilgrimage routes, such as the road to Santiago de Compostela, so residents could beg for alms from passersby. That could be why the route in the north of Spain is there. The fact that they had to wear like distinctive clothes and carry bells, it makes me so sad.
I know.
Wow. Sufferers were usually barred from inheriting property or engaging in former occupations, making the Lazar house a vital source for survival.
Wait, what was the first thing that you said before? I missed it because I was.
Sufferers were usually barred from inheriting property or engaging
Yeah.
in former occupations, making the Lazar house a vital source of survival.
Yeah, there are other places on the map that are.
Interestingly, the prevalence of leprosy and the need for leper colonies began to decline
Oh
across
my
Europe
God.
in the hundreds.
Do you know what it just sounded like that you just said?
What?
Leprechaun.
Yeah.
I hate the Brits.
Oh God.
All of that stereotyping, all of that stereotyping.
Mm-hmm.
Leprechaun. Was it really from Leprechaun? Was that really?
I don't know. Hold
I'm
on.
gonna look it up.
No. Leprechaun comes from Irish lúchorpán, which combines lú for small and corp for body.
Oh. Well,
Other
Lover is leper. Lover, Lobher.
recent research by Celtic scholars suggests the word may trace all the way back to the Luperci, a group of priests associated with the ancient Roman festival of Lupercalia.
Weird.
Very cool. Medieval Irish scholars likely adapted this Latin word into Lucorpon after misunderstanding early texts about the priests.
It was started by the British. They did this. The stereotypes of derogatory anti-Irish
So
characters. I can't believe like it still exists. Lucky Charms.
I cannot believe leprosy is still diagnosed. I thought leprosy was eradicated long ago.
I'm sad. It's like I feel like all of our calls I get so excited about finding new things. And I'm like I feel like this dissonance where I just I'm like, yay, finding new things. Then I'm just like, oh no. You know, it's like,
It's a
oh,
really important part of history, though. We have like no sources from inside the leper colonies, like
it's so
firsthand
beautiful.
accounts.
So I feel like it's so important because it's like so often, even like what has happened, like when we've been this whole process where it's like this idea of like excommunicate. Oh my God, the idea of like excommunicating people has been a theme throughout
Mhm.
our journey here, and like I forgot to tell you, you know how we've found that there's like this similar attitude or like pushback or like aggression or anger.
Mhm.
I noticed that like there are some patterns there in terms of like maybe that is historically there's a reason for that because of how many people that converted from
Mhm.
Judaism to Catholicism during this time.
Yeah.
Because the people that have been like the most like frustrated with the Irish connection,
Mhm.
I don't know. There's some overlap there, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Historically, I don't know. Or maybe purposefully. You don't think it's like purposeful,
Maybe.
propaganda-y?
I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know. I mean, the good thing about this is this answers a ton of questions, but we can only get more specific from here.
Right. But is this are we doing an injustice to the folks of the leper colonies, I worry?
I imagine they probably wish more people wanted to listen to what they were going through. I
Yeah.
would have. If I was cut off from the world, I would want them to know what was happening.
But it just reminds me of how people, myself included, that are outcasts in a way, like get like propagandized. Not propagandized, but um mythologized. You know what I mean?
Hmm. I feel like this kind of does the opposite of mythologizing
Yeah,
them.
this realizes as opposed to like fictionalize.
It kind of humanizes them.
Humanize, yeah.
Spinalonga was operating into the 1950s.
And they were probably still having babies, and that's why they said there was a midwifery. Maybe this is like a midwifery. What?
Lepers have babies.
Yeah.
Their bodies must have fallen apart as they gave birth.
Why would you say that?
Because literally, like, you can just lose extremities and stuff from leprosy, and putting your body through that much stress must have been horrible for a body that was already going through so much nerve damage. And
Tracing fingers.
oh man.
Tracing fingers. Having an infant where there isn't any difficulty. Do you pass it along to the infant?
Possibly, but part of leprosy is that you can't feel pain, so it wouldn't have hurt to give birth. It just would have been insanely stressful on the body.
But the remember the tracing fingers infant page?
I remember tracing figures on the Gemini page.
The Gemini page, yeah.
Sure,
I forgot that was Gemini. Sorry, I'm so bad with astrology.
it's okay.
The Gemini page that was like planning for a baby that doesn't have any difficulty.
How the fuck do we incorporate astrology into this?
It's all about crossing over to the next stage and like the Pleiades. The Pleiades come up so much. In my translation of 85 are, remember? The
Yeah,
Pleiades, the seven sisters. Oh, maybe they're demonstrating. The seven sisters are demonstrating.
maybe. Their citizenship was revoked. My God. And deported to Spinalonga, where they never received any treatment for their disease. The sole doctor assigned to the island only made the trip from Plaka if someone was struck by another illness. What's more, even though treatment for leprosy was found as early as the 1940s, the Greek state kept the colony operational until 1957. Only after a British expert visited the island and compiled a damning report denouncing the island doctor and state for failing to provide proper medical treatment and housing did the government officially close Spinalonga.
It was in the 1900s.
1957. My grandparents were alive.
That's crazy.
Like, my grandparents would have been like 12.
How is that legal?
It's not. That's why when the
What's wrong
British
with
expert,
boomers?
honestly, huh? There's a best-selling novel that is a melodramatic telling of family secrets, betrayals, and star-crossed love affairs set in the confines of a leper colony.
I mean, they had whole lives. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they had whole
No,
lives.
like
Like,
like a
like
fictional
a whole
novel.
blend of languages.
Yeah.
I also just got deja vu. It explains a blended language.
What is this? Ah. Keen to preserve the integrity of the book and to give something back to the Mediterranean island on which it's based. Became a TV show? Hmm.
I was
Are you frozen?
Wait, so Spinalonga is not in our time frame?
No, Spinalonga didn't become a leper colony until 1904.
So
But there are a ton of them that were in, let's see, is
there were a
there,
bunch of little tiny islands near Spinalonga, though, right?
I don't know, hold on. Persians, Israelites. Debate exists over the conditions found within historical colonies, grim and neglected places. Some indications that life within a leper colony or house was no worse than life of other non-isolated individuals. Blah, 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 blah. What was classified as leprosy then covers a wide range of skin conditions that would be classified as distinct afflictions today. Some leper colonies issued their own money or tokens in the belief that allowing people affected by leprosy to handle regular money could spread the disease.
There's the visual of those coins that look like those coins.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
This is confusing. Um, Leper houses documented in the Burgundian Kingdom.
Well, there's leper houses in Ireland too, so this could also be Ireland. I think Spinalonga was just like the key that opened up the box, you know?
Yeah, because it fits so well linguistically too.
It does, yeah. Also Martin too.
Yeah. Their management was often provided by monastic orders. We know that. The area of modern Belgium alone may have had as many as 700 or 800. Huh? Leper houses? Ooh, leper colony in North Devon. That's near Kennejack. This is quite the rabbit hole. Hmm.
Am I sharing my screen?
Yeah. Hold on.
Am I?
No. One sec. I'll be right back. I think Justice locked him and the baby out.
Oh no.
Ignore my messy room.
I'm living in laundry right now. It's all good.
Are you doing magic? Hi, honey. You doing honey? Oh, hi. I miss you. Is he going?
Oh,
You smell really funny. I'll be done in a little while. Okay. In a few minutes, honey. Sorry about that.
it's okay.
What in the world are we dealing with? Oh, this is useful. $51. I'm gonna send this to you. This is cool. Excuse me. This is a paper where they went through medical or surgical descriptions of leprosy in antiquity and they translated them into English. There's 51 documents that they translated. Wow. Leprosy has been described in osteoarchaeological remains found in India dated to 2000 BC. This result suggests even the last Neanderthals and the first Homo sapiens had contact with leprosy. That's
Wow.
crazy.
How did we get rid of it?
It's like a cocktail of a few different things. And I think it's like 6 months worth of treatment and then you're pretty much good. Why is it called Hansen's disease?
I don't know. Oh, they named that in the 1900s.
I don't like it. Who's Hansen? Why is he taking credit? I think it's so lame when like medical or I don't know, when people name things after themselves instead of giving something a cool name. The citizen who has leprosy or the white sickness may not come into a town or consort with other Persians. They say that he is so afflicted because he has sinned in some wise against the sun. Many drive every stranger who takes such a disease out of the country, and so they do to white doves for the reason after this. Rivers they chiefly reverence. They will neither make water nor spit, nor wash their hands therein, nor suffer anyone to do so. Leprosy is referenced in the Bible? That's wild to me.
I mean, like it was an ancient curse, so to speak, and then they
This is so sad. And the lichen sometimes embraces the chin all around. It reddens the cheeks, but is attended with no great swelling. Eyes misty, resembling bronze, eyebrows prominent, thick, bald, inclining downward, tumid from contraction of the intermediate space, color livid or black, eyelid therefore much retracted to cover the eyes, as in enraged lions. On this account, it is named Leontium. Wherefore it is not like the lions and elephants only, but also in the eyelids, quote, resembles swift night. Nose with black protuberances, rugged, prominence of the lips thickened, but lower part livid.
Oh,
Nose elongated, teeth not white indeed, but
teeth,
appearing
teeth.
teeth not white indeed, but appearing to be so under a dark body. Ears red, black, contracted, resembling the elephant, so that they appear to have greater size than usual. Ulcers on the base of the ears, discharge of ichor with pruritus, shriveled all over the body with rough wrinkles, but likewise deep fissures, like black furrows on the skin. And for this reason, the disease has got the name of elephas. That's Greek, I think. That is so sad. Described with great accuracy. That's who Aretaeus of Cappadocia.
Some of these are places that I think might be on the Rosette Stone or Rosette Stone on the Rosette
The Rosetta Stone.
on the Rosette's page. I'm
Which
so
ones?
deprived. I'm gonna be so embarrassed to post this, but
Just go to bed. I can keep researching stuff, and if anything good comes up, I'll send it to you.
I'm gonna post this guy.
Okay.
You think it's? Do you think I should wait for our novel?
I don't know.
Have you talked to the publisher?
No, we don't have anything to talk to them about yet. Wherefore,
What do you think about me posting it? Do you want to read it?
Sure.
Okay. So I have it called Kiss of Peace, Leper, a 600-year-old mystery gone in an instant. The who, the why, where, the who, why, where of the water doctrine, the voyage manuscript, complete spoiler if you have been warned. That's a little much. I'm just gonna say a complete spoiler. This article has been nearly 2 years in the making. Videos and supporting articles that led up to these discoveries will follow. If you are from a forum or working on the Voynich, you will probably conclude the same eventually, so maybe hold off on this one. This is the big one. I felt sick. June 10th, 2026. I told Caira I felt woozy anxiety, like something big was going to happen, and I couldn't tell if it was good or bad. She had a similar feeling. She said, "We're close. Everything's adding up." The day before, I was revisiting 116R and my article on 116B, and I felt so much profound sadness and felt so much.
No, that's right. And felt such profound sadness, a handful of different connotations.
A handful of different connotations relating to blindness that I hadn't considered were peeking through. I left Caira a voice memo in tears. I felt strangeness and softness towards the scribe. I told her our evidence in Italy was piling up, an uptick of YouTube videos. A few things we found felt undeniable, and it felt like we were inches away from identifying us with certainty a scribe. There. Identifying with certainty a scribe. Those who we landed on, though, like Pope Martin, were very promising, but no direct evidence, no handwriting, and no strong gut feeling, just an off gut feeling. Since the research side of things isn't my strong suit, I went back to translation to relax my nervous system a bit. I looked into a few details on rosettes and moved on to revisiting some of my translations from Fire 13. A few people were curious about the women, so I started to compile and draft some of my translations from Folio 77. The last paragraph wasn't even started, so I started to give it a go. And by the time I got to the third line, I had a pretty good idea for the context. Last paragraph from above, searches in order.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Possibly possibly the treating of leprosy was being described.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely didn't think that deeply into it at first. I was super focused on the weirdness of webbed paw possibly being mentioned, the fact that it is pictured. I later finding out leprosy is referred to as a disease that has been later finding out that leprosy has been referred to as a disease that turns hands into paws, into stumps, and eyes into darkness. That's when I realized what if this was a colony and what if it's exact. I started searching all that I could about leprosy, and that's when I landed on Spinalaga. And so quickly, everything like dominoes, rapidly cascading. Everything, all question marks, each one started disappearing, and the pictures collided into clarity. This happened solo. Although I wish it had not. I waited patiently for Caira to hope on. Did I wait patiently though? That's a lie. Lie detector test determined this was a lie. For Caira to hop on a recorded call, it was all so much. There was a sadness, although bittersweet, overwhelming. In the top right corner of the rosettes, we could be looking at Spinalonga, even though it wasn't a leprechaun colony in our time frame. As I've always translated to long. Oh, wait, that's a question. In the top right corner of the rosettes, could we be looking at Spinalonga, even though it wasn't leprechaun, as I've always translated? Long neck royal household. My God. And thus you've already read this part, I think. And thus followed the blended languages, the connection of the zodiac goats in India, the Western Creek I had translated on the top of the rosettes, top right of the rosettes, the Western Schism. The Dittany from Crete being an outlier. Salt pans explaining the aesthetic river in the top right corner of the rosettes. Outdated article, but relevant connections and links. The rosettes and a part of the compromise of caste. Maybe not entirely Martin, but also this Martin. I needed to know who was blessed in the 1400s. Could this be one of the people involved? The collapsing of plants in time, the various visuals included in one plant to encompass varieties across seas, copying the remedies from an Irish healer, helping our friends in the north, meaning Scandinavia, where leprosy continued for far past the west, the rest of Europe, possibly because of the lack of Mediterranean plants seen all the way in Ireland to this day. I'm just gonna say seen everywhere else.
Does Lazarus come up anywhere? I have an island right off of Venice that was a leper colony in our time frame.
Okay.
And Jesuits briefly settled there in the 1700s. They could have gotten it if it was the book was there. And then that's how it could have ended up in a Jesuit library.
Murdy, get out of there. Come on now. You're such a bad girl today. Do you think this is a good thing to post, or is it too much? Should I wait?
I don't know. I mean, it's good for record keeping, like to post so that it's time stamped, but it's also so much information that we're not like not everything is fully connected yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm torn. A leper colony was established at the island, chosen for that purpose due to its relative distance from the principal islands forming the city of Venice.
Like, that's not being bad, girl. Why are you so bad?
Same hospital.
Oh my God. No, you know, you're so bad, girl. Why are you so bad? She's just being a little punk ass.
Has anything about Lazarus come up or Saint Lazarus?
I mean, Z is not a letter I deal with.
But he's the patron saint of lepers.
I mean, I'm looking at the.
And that's the name of this island.
Oh, let me go to the top right. Is it near where we're talking about?
It's off the coast, right off the coast of Venice. And it was functioning as a leper colony from the 1100s into the 1500s.
No, I mean, L is pretty easy to catch. I'm not seeing that many words starting with L. No. But Lazarus, I don't see, but there might be another name for Lazarus.
It had a hospital and church on the island.
Where is it again? Geographically, it wouldn't be. It would be over in the right top corner if it's near Italy
It's
or near Greece. Or if
like
it's near Greece, it would be in the bottom left corner.
it's right off the coast of Venice, like spitting distance of Venice.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
And it had the church there since 1348. So what does this church look like? Oh, no way.
Does it look like anything? Let me
It
stop there.
might. I need to get a better view of it. I mean, kind of. I need to. Did this exist in the time frame? Wow. There are examples of coins that they gave to the leper colonies in the 1900s.
Can I see? Can I see?
They're not till the 1900s. But who the fuck is calling me? No.
What would you do if you were me? You would hold off on posting?
I don't feel that same pressure that somebody else is going to get it. But if you do, then
You don't feel the same pressure that someone else is gonna get it?
yeah, no.
I don't know why. I have a feeling Sophie knows. I think Sophie knows there's a Chinese connection here. They put
The dome. The church has a dome.
really? Can I see? Show me. Show me to me, Rachel. Show me to me. It's a square. Dome.
This is the island.
There's a leper colony?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Look at the inside.
Wow. Did it look like that in the 1400s?
That's what's hard to tell because Armenians got to have the island in the 1700s and they did stuff to it. But I know there was a hospital and the church in by 1348. I just don't know if they've since been renovated.
Yeah. I feel like
Venice is so pretty.
I think they thought the west of Ireland had like a cure because they weren't affected as much.
Maybe. Doesn't look like they did. It looks like they rebuilt the main altar in the 1700s. And then in the late 1800s, they put in new windows. Uh, why do I have to sign in? Oh,
They're talking about serving a dish cold. Is something served cold? They're talking about pox liver. This would just blow the whole thing off the thing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's why I was like, they're definitely very close. They're looking up all alternatives for pox liver. That's why I was like, I have to post now. I'm just gonna post. I'm just gonna include one more sub link, and then we should post our doc just like as is, and
That's crazy.
maybe not as is. What do you think? I feel like you can push back. You can push back. I feel like it's like I don't want to mess anything up for us. I
I
feel
I
like
don't think that posting it will like make or break us. I think it's fine if you feel the need to post it. Gothic. Tall onion-shaped campanile. Please tell me this dome existed in the 1400s. What's a 14th century caca? The caca. What the hell is that? Taste. Oh.
Maturing tiny women. I'm just rereading my. Wait, tell me.
It's like an Armenian thing that they brought to the island when they took it over.
Oh.
How did Armenians end up with an island off of Venice?
I know, that's so bizarre. Was it a leper colony?
Not by the time that the Armenians took it. It stopped being a leper colony by the late 1500s, and then the Armenians made it like in the 1700s, and it was abandoned by then. You might need to go to this island. They have a library with 200,000 books, as well as valuable manuscripts and papyrus books from all over the world. What if they have stuff from what was there before? Okay, development timeline.
Oh my God. I just thought of something super dark that I don't know if I can say out loud.
What? Are you still recording?
Fomorian, yeah. Irish Fomorians came up, and I'm just revisiting my translation. I wanted to see what was the Pleiades when I translated Pleiades and the wrapping of the cuttings and the thing, everything here for knowledge, and the women in the north, the counseling the women in the north. I wanted to see like what was being said around that translation. It's like that are. Okay, come on. Wait, am I sharing my screen?
No. The original church on the island was built in 1348 alongside a dedicated hospital and permanent accommodations for the sick.
I have so many Substack drafts, like it's insane.
There's ooh, Chios, another Greek island that was a leper colony in our time frame.
I think they were teaching maturing tiny women, later descendant in the north, to counsel, advise a small length of them to read in terms of like lines to read lines and ropes hear woven fabric because there was like this overlap between the lines like actual like reading of written text lines and ropes. And
Mm-hmm.
there's like woven fabric, so there's like a bunch of information in them.
Hmm.
Stop. Oh my, I really have to post. I have to post. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get
Hi, honey. Not right now, Peanut. You want your sparkly shoes? You want your Elsa ones? The pink ones? Okay. Um, I only have one. Coco. No, I'm not done yet. Hmm. I have a leper house in Galway that existed for sure in 1232. Did it exist later? He kept a guest house and a leper house and was a man of learning and a benefactor of the countryside.
I'm so sad because I feel like if we could have. I just wish it wasn't just me. You know what I mean? Like I wish we were on the same call or something happened differently, so it wasn't like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on, I'm gonna
I
send
have
you.
to put a picture of the eye.
Oh, this is a site in Galway that had a leper house, and it also has a holy well and
You
a
know
rag
what's
bush,
ooh,
like where people make wishes and they tie rags onto it.
yeah.
Maybe.
See if there's anything I'm forgetting. At first I was like, it can't all be about leprosy, and it's all about leprosy. Like every single translation that I've done.
Well, and it's not like leprosy back then covered a ton more diseases too. They looped all of them in as one diagnosis. But so like all of the mentions of rheumatism, that's all to help.
All leprosy, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
Same
gosh.
thing with skin, like so many skin problems, deep skin issues, and reasoning for using tents. It wouldn't be a puncture wound, but it would look like one because it would be an ulcer that then tunneled. I'm so mad that Spinalonga doesn't fit our time frame.
I swear to God, it should,
It really
right?
should. It makes sense that it would, but the prominence of leprosy is sort of timeless, so it makes sense that it was in the 1900s too.
I love this one. Let me show you. Am I sharing my screen?
No.
Very good. I keep on, that's the other thing that kept on doing is I kept on showing my text messages by accident, which is like, I think that's illegal. I was like, oops, I have to edit that out.
Have you looked into the Colatine nuns? These would be small, mature women that I mean, it's confirmed that Vincent for whatever his name is, preached to these women, and they're pretty prominent in Ireland.
They're the people in the north.
Potentially.
Yeah.
The Coletine, Colettine. Coletine nuns. They are found in France, Ireland, Italy, the UK, and now the US. And Colette also inaugurated a reform of the Franciscan friars. These friars formed a unique branch of the Order of Friars Minor.
Hello?
Only 13.
You cut out. You cut out. Can you repeat the last part? You just totally froze.
Something about Franciscans. I don't know how that connects, though. All attached to monasteries of the Colatine nuns. Colette inaugurated a reform among the Franciscan friars, not to be confounded with the observants. These friars formed a unique branch of the Order of Friars Minor under Henry's authority, but remained obedient to the authority of the minister provincial of the observant Franciscan friars in France, and never attained much importance even there. By 1448, they had only 13 friaries, all attached to monasteries of the Colatine nuns. Numerous miracles. She helped women in childbirth. Hmm. He preached to Colette and her nuns, and it was she who told him that he would die in France. Hmm. Right. I can't stay on. I have to get ready. Oh boy. or colonies, I guess. Honey, I'll be right out.
Yeah, you should go. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm keeping you.
No, it's okay. I'll keep looking into this. I'll send you anything that comes up and just go with whatever you feel is best.
Yeah. It's just so rapid, you know?
Yeah.
So everything happened at once. It was really like a dominoes.
Yeah. This is wild.
You have so much more to write about, though.
I know. I wonder if the pipes, like especially on 77,
Mm.
like the top where they're connected, I wonder if that's because they couldn't have like close contact.
Mm.
They're both reaching into the same pipe,
Mm.
but from opposite ends.
Yeah. Oh, like passing things between pipes. Yeah, that's so
Mhm.
interesting. Yeah.
I don't know. Now that like the separation seems like it means something more.
Yeah. And it also seems like a satellite. Remember what I was talking about it like a satellite? The language becomes a satellite
Mm-hmm.
in isolated communities.
This is wild. All right. I'll text you.
I'll talk to you later.
Go to bed.
I will.
Okay. Oh, I don't want to go. Okay.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's so much to research now.
I know. I can keep researching though while I'm in the car and stuff.
You just be careful and don't
Yeah.
research while driving.
No, I'm not gonna make Justice drive.
Nice.
All right.
All
I'll
right.
talk to you soon.
Enjoy it at the farm.
Yeah. Enjoy sleeping.
I
You better
will.
go to bed.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay.